With the release of Grand Theft Auto 6 right around the corner, I think it's a good time to discuss everything that has been confirmed, everything that's being speculated, and everything that we hope to see in this upcoming title. Now, there's no doubt that GTA 6 is quite possibly the most anticipated and important game in modern entertainment, and with that being said, Rockstar Games has a lot of pressure on them to make this game as good as possible. GTA 6 has already been reported to have cost Rockstar Games over $2 billion to make, but it's likely that they'll earn that back within the game's first month, weeks, or even days of release. It's also pretty crazy to think about how many new influencers, streamers, and content creators will become popular and even famous just from making content on this new game. Now, before we officially begin today's discussion about GTA 6, I want to mention that I will have labels in every section of this video to mark whether or not something I say is speculation or a confirmed feature. That way nobody gets confused or comes back in a year after the game's released and says I was wrong and I lied to them, because I'm really not trying to spread any misinformation here. I really just want to give you guys the information that we have so far about the game, and that means anything in this video that's marked as speculation might not actually be in the final game. With that disclaimer out of the way, let's get right into the video. Now, there's probably no better place to start this video than at the very beginning, and yes, that means going all the way back to GTA 5's release in 2013, because while it's not confirmed, it is pretty much guaranteed that immediately after the success of GTA 5, Rockstar Games started thinking about making GTA 6. However, Rockstar Games didn't start taking the production of GTA 6 seriously until around 2018, when the studio completed their newest title, Red Dead Redemption 2. It's been speculated that the original plan for GTA 6 included a fictional version of the entire United States, or even all of North and South America. The now leaked codename for this game was actually Project Americas, which further supports the idea that this game would have been massive and included both North and South America. However, when Rockstar Games co-founder Dan Houser left the company in 2020 and the COVID-19 pandemic hit in the same year, the Project Americas idea seemed to be too ambitious for Rockstar, and it slowly faded away into the background. It's assumed that Rockstar scrapped most of whatever they had done for the Project Americas game so far, if they even began production at all. Most likely in the year 2020, they began focusing on the production of a new version of the game that would take place in the fictional state of Leonida, which is based on the real-life state of Florida. In 2022, Rockstar confirmed that production was in progress on the next installment in the GTA franchise, and in 2023, Rockstar Games released the first trailer to their YouTube channel, and the internet went absolutely crazy. However, the game boasted a 2025 release date, and right before the second trailer launched, they delayed the game to 2026. This announcement was quickly followed by the second trailer, which also confirmed May 26th, 2026 to be the official release. So that's pretty much where we are today. Rockstar seems to be pretty dead set on this May 26th, 2026 release date, but I don't think anybody would be shocked if they delayed the game even further. In my personal opinion, I think this extra year will be just enough for Rockstar to polish the game a bit more, just in time for that 2026 release date. Now, the game is confirmed to be initially releasing exclusively on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, with a release for PC to be determined. Back in 2013, GTA 5 was supposed to be released for PC the exact same time as console, but was delayed all the way until 2015. With that in mind, there is a slim possibility that GTA 6 will release for PC at the same time as consoles, but given the potential for modding and hacking, it's more likely that we'll see a PC release in the following years, probably either 2027 or 2028, maybe even longer. But when it comes to the console release, GTA 6 is expected to run at 30 FPS, even on the current gen consoles. It's also worth mentioning that GTA 6 will not be available for Xbox One or PlayStation 4, and no, before anybody starts asking, it will not be available on the Samsung Smart Fridge. Anyway, aside from development, the basic information we do have about the game itself is that we will be following the story of the characters Jason Duval and Lucia Caminos. Some people are theorizing that Jason may be an undercover cop. This means that he will likely either end up turning on Lucia in the end, or turning on the cops to help Lucia. Either way, it should be pretty interesting. We also know the story starts with Lucia exiting prison, meaning she does have a criminal past of some sort. Jason's friend Cal Hampton is also a confirmed character who will likely serve as a secondary protagonist to the main duo. Another confirmed character is Booby Ike, who is an entrepreneur and businessman who likely runs one of the shoe stores in GTA 6. Draquan Priest is a music artist in Vice City. The Real Dimes are a rap duo and social media influencers. Raul Batista is a seasoned criminal and a potential bank robber. Brian Heder is a landlord and drug smuggler, and Stephanie is Lucia's corrections counselor, but how big her role is going to be in the story is still unknown. Moving on from confirmed characters, we have confirmed locations, starting with the obvious, which is Vice City, based on Miami, Florida in real life. The city will also serve as the game's main hub, similar to Los Santos in GTA 5. There's also the Leonida Keys, based on the real-life Florida Keys. These are a chain of islands on the south of the map that will be home to lots of sea life, boating, and scenic views. Grass Rivers is the GTA version of the Florida Everglades, featuring lots of wildlife, swamps, and wetlands. Port Gellhorn is the coastal section of the map, likely based on Tampa or Fort Myers in real life. Ambrosia will most likely take up most of the inland portion of the map, including Lake Leonida, and the map will also include Mount Calaga, which is a national park and also the highest mountain in the map, similar to Mount Chiliad in GTA 5. Next up, let's talk a little bit about the interiors. Included with all of these locations that we just listed, there is going to be a large increase in the enterable locations. GTA 5 only saw the ability to enter select locations, and many people are speculating that half, if not more than half, of the locations and buildings will be enterable in GTA 6. If this is true, we will see an insane level of detail and immersion when inside of these structures, something that we haven't seen in a GTA game in a very long time, and never seen on this scale before. Whether or not these interiors are going to be available in GTA Online, though, is a completely different question, but being able to explore and roleplay in these unique spaces with others is something that would change the game, but whether Rockstar can pull that off or not is still unknown. The most likely scenario is that a lot of the interiors are going to be enterable, but not more than half. I'm assuming maybe like couple hundred, and the rest may not be enterable or may be generated by AI. Moving on, we're going to discuss the vehicles. There is an insane number of returning and new vehicles coming to GTA 6. However, there's no way I can list them all in this video, so there will be additional links in the description if you are curious and want to look at the list yourself, but I can safely tell you that the variety of cars will be unlike anything we've ever seen in a GTA game. Vehicle customization and modifications will also be insane. The same can be said for boats, as this map is based around a tropical coastal environment. The game will also include the addition of cruise ships to the map, which may possibly be enterable and explorable, and there is also a very slim chance that they will be drivable, but I wouldn't get your hopes up on that one. Additionally, we already know that there will be tons of planes and jumbo jets similar to GTA 5, but whether or not we get the large passenger aircraft in GTA 6 online is still up in the air, quite literally. But one thing we will definitely see is more trains. Both freight and passenger trains have been confirmed to make their way into the city and the state of Leonida. Jumping over from vehicles, let's talk a little bit about NPCs. NPCs and wildlife will come in much more variety, specifically the animals. We will see an insane range of animals and wildlife in this game, including dogs, cats, birds, alligators, deer, dolphins, ducks, cranes, flamingos, iguanas, pelicans, sharks, sea turtles, bobcats, boars, cows, frogs, raccoons, possums, rats, seagulls, skunks, squirrels, snakes, whales, and the potential to see bears, chickens, eagles, foxes, hawks, horses, otters, pigs, sheep, and a variety of fish species, and much more. Human and animal NPCs alike will react realistically to in-game events. They will also be interactable with your character and other NPCs, similar to GTA 5, but maybe with better dialogue and real-time responses. The police will be much more responsive and do things more realistically, and there will also be a witness system where cameras and other NPCs can witness you doing crimes and report you to the police. They will also likely come in a variety of heights, weights, and maybe even ages. Now, it's unlikely that we'll see kids, but it's not impossible. That also doesn't mean we won't see teenagers and even old people with scooters, wheelchairs, and canes. Coming up next, we're going to be talking about recreational activities, and these activities include golfing, basketball, tennis, bowling, racing, fishing, scuba diving, gambling, hunting, pool, kayaking, mini golf, working out, and MMA style fighting. These will all be available, with the potential for skateboarding activities as well. Some of these side activities are brand new, and some of them are returning from previous titles. However, one thing we do know is that they will all be much more immersive and detailed. Next up, we're going to be discussing the physics and mechanics. The Rage engine that Rockstar Games uses to make their games has not only improved in quality over the years, but also in its performance, meaning we will have extremely realistic physics and mechanics. We'll be able to pick up items and weapons. The inventory system may actually include backpacks and duffel bags for you to carry more stuff. Water will be extremely dynamic and will change depending on how you interact with it. Waves will be more fluid and unique. Trees and grass will flow with the wind and interact more with the environment. Vehicles will become damaged more realistically. Characters will look and act more human, including their needs to exercise to build strength, rest to gain energy, and stay more active to increase stamina. Shooting and recoil will also be more dynamic. The animations will be smoother, bullet casings will fall, and recoil will be visible. Destruction of environments will also be much more dynamic, including knocking over poles, trees, and signs, damaging buildings, crashing cars, and killing will all be much more realistic. In addition, time will also play a role in rusting cars, changing the tide, changing the map, and impacting your character. There's also the possibility that vehicles will need constant maintenance, including changing tires and getting gas. The next few topics are going to be kind of quick, so I'll just touch on these briefly, but we're likely going to be seeing most of the older weapons from GTA 5 returning in GTA 6 with newer models and modifications, but the categories will also likely stay the same, with melee, pistols, rifles, shotguns, assaults, snipers, throwables, and heavy weapons. There's a good chance that weapon loadouts and inventory will also be limited by weight and more realistic size constraints, but that is still unconfirmed. As far as events and weather cycles go, like I mentioned before, mechanics will become greatly improved. This likely includes realistic weather patterns, including realistic weather events such as flooding, hurricanes, fires, tornadoes, and much more. In addition, there will also be many NPC-based events such as street takeovers, car meets, emergency responses, drug deals, car crashes, road closures and maintenance, and much more. As far as the GTA 6 economy goes, it'll be similar to GTA 5 with banks, mobile transactions, and buying properties and businesses, and hopefully GTA 6 will include more realistic prices for businesses, properties, and vehicles, but that might just be wishful thinking. However, we may see the introduction of an in-game stock market and maybe even cryptocurrencies, which would be kind of interesting. As far as graphics go, it's going to be kind of basic. The game will obviously run better visual graphics and will also have a lot more dynamic lighting, shadows, reflections, and textures, which basically means the game will be hyper-realistic. I also want to briefly mention social media and the internet because GTA 5 had very limited social media and websites, but GTA 6 will take this to a whole new level. Once again, we will have a contact list and texting, but we will also have social media and likely interactive websites that allow us to make appointments, post images, purchase things, watch entertainment, and basically doom scroll in a video game. And finally, when GTA 6 Online does come out, it'll likely be pretty buggy, but that doesn't mean the game won't still be playable. It's unknown how many players the lobbies will be able to hold, but we're hoping it's more than 30. But we do also know that Rockstar recently acquired 5M, and it's unknown whether or not they're gonna go ahead and use that or create in-game servers, but people are already planning on opening their own GTA servers, so hopefully they make a move on that. Maybe through a modding client or even through the game itself. We still have very little information on GTA 6 Online, but I can safely tell you it's going to be a more improved version of GTA 5 Online with a different map, obviously. But yeah guys, that is pretty much all the information we have on GTA 6 so far, so if you enjoyed this video or found it informative, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, comment down below your theories and ideas for GTA 6. What do you guys hope to see, and do you guys think it's going to be worth the wait? Let me know in the comments. That's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.